Hello everyone, my name is V and welcome back to the Lavender Laboratory, where today we are not playing Super Quant, we are not playing an alt format, we are playing my sleeper favorite deck, and that is not Eldlich, it's Allure Queen. We are playing the Allure Queen engine in Eldlich today, so I'm going to be showing y'all exactly what this deck means, lovingly dubbed Power Couple, because of the couple of Allure Queen and Eldlich. So this deck aims to take advantage of the fact that Allure Queen and Eldlich, well, Eldlich is a light, but also Allure Queen can take advantage of sending things like Cursed Eldland with Allure Dance, as well as spitting out the level 10 Chaos Angel and providing extra materials for extra deck plays, like Top Hat Hair and SP Little Knight. Now, what does that translate to in gameplay? Well, you're about to find out. And this extra deck, by the way, is very streamlined. I absolutely love this extra deck. I feel like it's very clean. But here to start off with, we have 3 Nibiru. We need light targets for our Allure Queens. And we don't really need spell traps, which is why we're on more Effect Veiler than Impermanence. You can always swap these hand traps out for the side deck, depending on what you want to do. 3 Nibiru, 2 Eldlich, triple Chaos Allure Queen. Now, this may seem a bit bricky, but we really want to get to Chaos Allure Queen exactly to be able to start that engine. We have Allure Queen level 3, triple Droll, triple Effect Veiler. This card is a light monster, so we absolutely want to be playing it because you can pitch it for the Chaos Allure Queen in a pinch, as well as a Terraforming to get to Delta of Temptation. So y'all are going to get a lesson in Eldlich today. We have Cursed Eldland. Now, Cursed Eldland, you can pay 800 life points, add an Eldlich monster or a Golden Land spell trap from deck to hand, and if it's sent from the spell trap's end to the graveyard, you can send an Eldlich or a Golden Land spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. Now, this card is really nice as Allure Dance fodder. If you've never read Allure Dance, then you have never read the coolest card in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not true. Magnus is cooler. But Allure Dance, when activated, adds an Allure Queen monster or Allure Palace from your deck to your hand, and each Allure Queen you control gains attack points while it's equipped. That doesn't matter, and that actually doesn't ever come up. But you can send one other spell trap you control to the graveyard to summon as many Allure Queen monsters with different names as possible from your graveyard. That's right, this deck gets a Soul Charge! In this case, though, it's just a Heraldry Reborn level of reviving, which is still very good, by the way. I want to be very clear, that's amazing! But we can use that for ourselves. We can use that for ourselves to get extra link fodder for the generic links that we're playing. So we have the Delta of Temptation. This card is the best Eldlich support in history because when it's activated, you can send a level 5 or higher zombie from your deck to the graveyard, and then you're hard locked on the rest of the effects. If a zombie is on the field, you can special summon a Delta token, which is a zombie, and if a monster is added from the grave to the hand, you can add this card to your hand if it's in your graveyard. That's not relevant. What is relevant is the first and the second effect, and I'm going to show you how in just a moment. We have Allure Palace, which is kind of worse Allure Dance, but we can get to it in a pinch. Discard cards, aka discarding things like Conquistadors, Scarlet Sanguines, Hawkeros of the Golden Land, and we are able to get those going and getting our different. We have Eldlixirs here. We just have Scarlet Sanguine because Scarlet Sanguine, we've got 2 Imperm, by the way, is discard fodder more than anything to be able to set Golden Land spell traps such as Conquistador and Hawkero. Now, we have triple Dominus Purge, and that's the reason why this hand trap lineup is so specific, is because we are not playing Ash, we're not playing Ghost Ogre or things like that. We mainly want the lights. And so our extra deck in general, other than exactly Flying Mary, is legal under Dominus Purge. And so we can use, Valdrath, I apologize. This card also is not under Dominus Purge, but 2 cards in our entire deck not being under Dominus Purge is fine. Especially if we're using this card going first, we don't really have to worry about activating it from our hand. We have Conquistador of the Golden Land at 3, because this is the second best Eldlixir type Golden Land card. We have 1 Eldlixir of the Exalted Golden Land, which is the best one, as well as 2 Hawkero of the Golden Land. Now, for our extra deck, we have double Mad Golden Lord. Now, this card, you might be confused of how to summon it until you read the new Eldlich support that came out in the OCG. Angel Caído of the Golden Land is easy to summon by tributing a light zombie while you have Eldlich on your field or graveyard, the OG Eldlich. And if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Eldlich from your deck, extra deck, or graveyard. AKA, Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord, which is strictly better Eldlich. If you're sitting on a body on the field, you want to be sitting on Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord. And that also independently puts your Eldlich back in the graveyard for next turn. We're playing 2 because this deck is more of a semi-stall deck, but more control-oriented. We have double Chaos Angel because in the same vein, we are able to use Allure Dance to recycle our Chaos Allure Queen and Allure Queen level 3 to make Chaos Angels more than once. We have Juggernaut Lai Bei to go with our Gustav Max, which deal 2,000 and swing for about 12,000 more is very good. We have a Valdrath, the Varudras, to negate monster effects and such of the like. It's an alternative rank 10, but that's also nice that the Chaos Angel is the level 10. We have a couple of generic Link 2s. We have Lina, SP Little Knight, Vampire Sucker, which is situational at best, but it does come up. We have Top Hat Hare, aka Scylla Hat Rabbit. This card, you might be confused where Angel Statue Azarun is, but we're not setting Angel Statue Azarun. We are setting Eldlixir of the Exalted Golden Land. We have Flying Mary, the Wandering Ghost Ship. This card is nice to revive monsters, as well as we have a Link Spider, which we need for the primary combo. We need that to turn the Delta token into an effect monster. And I'm going to show you that hopefully right about now. Apologies. But here, I want a mixed hand, so if I can turn it back. Because the nice thing is the Allure Queens they're not actually necessary. Why can I not get a hand with what I want? Sorry. Apologies. But this deck, it may look like I'm bricking, but you have to keep in mind these are hand traps. Okay, here we are. Okay, here we have Terraforming. Now the combo for Delta of Temptation, you do need another spell trap, which is perfect when you have excess copies of Conquistador or Allure Dance. So we will go for Allure Dance. We will add the Chaos Allure Queen. From there we can go Delta of Temptation. Delta of Temptation is going to mill our Eldlich. Eldlich, we can send the Allure Dance if we want, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now just for simplicity's sake. We're going to add back the Eldlich, special summon it, and from here we can go Delta of Temptation, special summon the Delta token, link it off for a Link Spider. Here we go. And from here we can make the Angel Caído, and there we can link off into the almighty Scylla Hat Rabbit, which will in fact trigger. We can use this to chain block, but our opponent doesn't have any hand traps, so I'm just going to go and show you right now. We can go Angel Caído, summon Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord. We have Top Hat Hare, aka Scylla Hat, going to set the Exalted Golden Land. And here we have Allure Dance. We can only activate it once per turn, but that's all right because we don't need it this turn. We can go Chaos Allure Queen, pitch Chaos Allure Queen. We could have done this slightly differently by adding Allure Palace. Or you can go this, equip Eldlich, which is hilarious by the way, because now this card is Eldlich on the field. But we can summon Allure Queen level 3, and from there we can have the board presence of an additional Chaos Angel, especially to play around Nibiru. That's not bad, because Eldlich itself takes 6 summons to go full combo. Sadly, it's mandatory to do all 6 of those summons, so you're not able to play under Nibiru very easily. But you can take advantage of it anyway. So here we've got a very simple end board of a giant protected monster, a spell trap pop that cannot be destroyed by battle, 2 interruptions in the back row, 1 card left over in our hand, which could have been a hand trap, as well as a load of follow-up. In terms of an additional Allure Dance here, if I had played a little differently, we could have had the Allure Dance still on field. We've got the Eldlich back in grave. We have so many options to just continue playing even if this board is outed. So that is why I highly recommend this deck if you enjoy Eldlich. I recommend it if you join Allure Queen too, because this deck is fairly fun to use the Allure Queens with, especially to go Dance Send Eldlane. If you have never tasted the feeling of that, I highly recommend it because it feels amazing to go +2 while soul charging. So with that being said, this is also a terribly short video comparatively to my usual ones, but I love talking about these decks. So with that being said, thank y'all very much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Hopefully y'all enjoy these TCG videos. Peace out.